Hey everyone, welcome back to Sarah in the Universe. I'm Sarah, and today I have another movie review for you guys. I just got back from watching The Fall Guy, a movie that I have been really anticipating this year, and guys, it blew me away. I absolutely love it. I absolutely loved it. So welcome to my review. And if you're subscribed to the channel, I just want to thank you guys for staying subscribed and checking out yet another video with me. All right, guys, let's get into the video. Okay, so The Fall Guy stars Ryan Gosling as Colt Seavers, a stuntman, and Emily Blunt, who is the director of, this movie that he's starring in. But they've been together for a while. And Fall Guy is actually based on a series from the '80s, also called The Fall Guy, starring Lee Majors. I personally have never seen the show, but I need to check it out after watching this film because my goodness, The Fall Guy was just such a fun film. You know, I have to be honest, what got my attention mostly in checking out the film was, that it starred Ryan Gosling, of course. I mean, if you've seen some of my previous videos, I've been talking about how huge of a fan I am. Especially, Ryan just gave the performance of a lifetime in Barbie as Ken, which also I wore my Ken shirt to go watch The Fall Guy. I'm sorry, but he's always going to be Ken to me. I love Ken. He's just so great. And Ryan did not disappoint in this film. He was so good. So I can't wait to get into everything that I thought about the film. Honestly, I have no notes. I never do notes when I do these videos, so you never know what I'm going to say. Okay. But so Ryan plays Colt Seavers, who's a stuntman. I don't want to. Also, there's not going to be any spoilers in this. I'm just going to give out, some brief stuff here and there, but nothing spoilery at all. So Ryan plays a stuntman who, he's dating, Emily Blunt. Or sometimes she's a director and they work together, but then he ends up, going through this accident and he kind of takes a while off from working as a stuntman, and she's about to shoot her new movie, and he gets the call to return and be a part of her new movie, and I won't get into it from there, but basically he gets caught up in some stuff and he's asked to go look for the lead actor of the film, who's played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, and a lot of chaos ensues and a lot of crazy stuff that I won't spoil, but I just want to talk about what I liked about the movie, non-spoiler of course, and the one thing, the biggest takeaway from this movie, and actually, so I watched this movie at Cinemark, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to play, this kind of, not really a spoiler, but it's kind of like a little fun thing. I'm sure this is going to play before the movie at any theater you watch, but before the movie, the director David Leitch and Ryan Gosling came on screen to basically thank fans, thank the audience for coming out to check out The Fall Guy, and they basically were talking about how the entire film is basically this just, this like love letter to this stunt community in Hollywood, and how they really have gotten no recognition, that it's always just the actors who get the recognition, but not the stuntmen, the stunt women, everyone in the stunt community who does these crazy dangerous just stunts and work, and they never get the recognition, and I completely agree, and that's what I want to talk a lot about in this video and this review, and how the movie pays great homage to the stunt community. And also, if you didn't know this, I didn't know this myself. So I actually got, a couple of months ago, I talked about this on my weekly show in the universe, but a couple of months ago at WonderCon, I got to see this panel from Collider where a bunch of directors came out. Radio Silence was there, and David Leitch was one of the directors who was there, and he was talking about The Fall Guy, and we actually got to see an exclusive clip of The Fall Guy, before it came out today, and so that was awesome. But yeah, I had no clue that David Leitch was actually a stuntman himself, and that just really brings us this whole this film and why he did it full circle, as to give the stunt community the proper recognition that they deserve, and I respect that so much. As much as I love, Hollywood, as you can tell, I'm such a huge fan of actors and all the characters they play. But I'm always here for like the underdogs of the industry, and, when they don't get the proper recognition that they deserve, whether that's writers, crew, everybody who's involved. I feel like they never really get the proper recognition because they're kind of, down, where, you have the directors and the actors at the top and everyone else doesn't really get noticed. And I hate that. I think that, films and TV shows wouldn't get made without one single person, not, being involved. Like, everyone comes together to make this movie. It's not just the actors and the directors and all that. So I appreciate David Leitch and Ryan Gosling for being like, hey, this is for the stunt community in Hollywood, and, really putting a huge emphasis on that while promoting the film. Actually, what I wanted to do is, if you're in a part of this channel, I take forever to pull up stuff. I always, I'm like, okay, I need to pull up my information before and have this ready to go. And I completely forgot. I pulled up other things. So give me a second, guys. I am so sorry for not being organized once again. When will this change? But I want to talk about something cool. They had the Fall Guy premiere a couple days ago in Hollywood. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Truly. Let's pull up the videos. And then I promise I'll get into my actual review, but, we're paying homage to the stunt community here, okay? So I gotta show this. So this is from the Fall Guy premiere that took place here in Hollywood at the Dolby Theater, same place where they do the Oscars. And they actually, okay, so this is from Boris Kitt. So check this out. So they're there on the Dolby, and we have a stunt man. I know you can't see this as good, but it's all over Twitter if you search Fall Guy premiere. He's doing a stunt from the balcony right onto the stage at the premiere where the whole cast is. I mean, that's so amazing. Wow. And then there was a couple other stuff. Let's see. Is this the video? Oh, here's another video. They were doing on the red carpet. They were just doing stunts from in there. Dang, just pushed him out on the red carpet. That is so incredible. I was just like, wow. Oh, this is the one with Ryan Gosling's in the middle, and there's two stuntmen on the side. Oh my gosh, that is so epic. That is truly epic. Yeah, I mean, this movie just does such a great job of, showing how dangerous it is. All of this stunt work that stunt performers do for movies and TV series and all that, and how dangerous it is. That's something that in my mind, anytime watching a movie or whenever, I'm just like, I don't understand how someone's physical body can go through all this insanity. I mean, that I just don't know that the human body, it's just so dangerous, and they do it. And that's why it just baffles me that the Academy does not recognize them, has no category. And I really think that needs to change. Me here on Sarah and the Universe is calling for the Academy to add a stunt category to the award show. There's no excuse why you guys, you honor everybody else at the award show, but you leave the stunt community out. You'll nominate the movies that they're in. They get a ton of awards, a ton of recognition. The actors get recognition, but who gets the recognition for doing all those crazy scenes that the actors can't do themselves? I just think this is so bizarre that we don't have a stunt category at the Academy Awards. This has got to change, guys. Hollywood, you guys need to do better. And I really hope that with the Fall Guy, it can be this huge, push to be put all these eyes on the stunt community and everything they do and everything they go through. I mean, it's just so dangerous. I mean, I've heard stories of, unfortunately, horrifying accidents happening on sets. And it's awful. It's awful that happens. It's awful that they go through that. And again, this is why I just don't think that they should be forgotten like this when it comes to recognizing films and, handing out awards during awards season. There's no reason why we forget the Fall Guys, the Fall Guys, gals, the stuntmen, stunt performers. There's just no way they should be forgotten. And I mean, there's so many stunts in this movie alone that I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know, doing this, jumping from cars, driving around. And the movie really puts an emphasis, with Ryan Gosling's character, Colt, being like, you want me to do this? And this is like, oh, I'm fine. Okay. You want me to tumble, do this stunt in a car and tumble it around a couple times? Yeah, I'm fine. You want me to get lit on fire? Okay, sure. And it's just like, this is so, to ask that normally of anyone else or any regular actor would be insane, right? Would you get lit on fire like that? Would you be in the car spinning, tumbling around? No, but they do it. And it's just crazy to think about. And honestly, I hope they're getting paid a lot for that. I hope that they have like the best protection, insurance, all of that stuff. But yeah, I don't understand how Hollywood has not put out that, category for them at the Academy. It's totally ridiculous. So that needs to change. That really needs to change. But Ryan Gosling is so charming. When is he not charming? He's Ryan Gosling. He invented the word. When you look up charming in the dictionary, it's Ryan Gosling's picture right there. He is so charming in this, as he always is. He's so funny. In fact, I just read something today in the entertainment news where Ryan Gosling said he would like to be starring, do more movies that are more lighthearted and fun now because of his family and, his kids. He's kind of done with doing like super dark roles, if you know some of his older stuff. And I love that for him. I love Ryan Gosling's dark roles too, but I enjoy his fun stuff. Ken was so much fun, and him as Colt in The Fall Guy is so funny. He's so funny and charming. I mean, he's so great. And, he really is a movie star. There's no doubt. And I just had so much fun watching this movie. I mean, he's what got me to watch this movie. Ryan Gosling, okay? I mean, he sold it. He sold The Fall Guy. And Emily Blunt, she is, so lovely and so charming. And they had really good chemistry in this film together. I like the whole, that duality they're playing over. He's like the stunt man, and she's the director, and they were in love, and they're working through their stuff. That was really cute and funny. I love that dynamic, and I think they did a really great job. Winston Duke is also in the film, who you will know from Black Panther, and he is so funny in this. I love him. He just gives me good vibes. Like, I love seeing him. And yeah, there's just like a bunch of other stuff in the movie that I don't want to spoil before. I'm not done, talking about my review, but what I want to say is stay through when the credits first roll. They're going to show some behind the scenes stuff of the stunt work in the movie, which obviously you don't want to miss. That's super good, but stay all the way through those credits. You're going to want to stay around. That's all I'm going to say. They kind of do a little Marvel thing, and it's pretty good, but that's all I'll say about that. The movie was just so good. Really, it's from Universal, and just tell you, if you didn't know, Universal has the Waterworld stunt show, which they do stunts, a stunt show based on the movie Waterworld, and they've added a Fall Guy pre-show stunt show, which I really hope I get to check out. And I just think that's such a great way to market the film, because there were so many like times in the film, especially one scene in general, that I was like, I feel like I'm watching the Waterworld stunt show at Universal, and it just feels so fun that way. And I really feel like because this was a Universal film, they actually did a really great job paying homage to some of their other films. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil anything. And it just felt like a great movies to celebrate stunt work. It just was one of those really great movies celebrating movies kind of movie, and I loved it. There was actually, if you've ever seen the movie Big Fat Liar with Frankie Muniz and Paul Giamatti and Amanda Bynes, it's from way back. I know the millennials will remember this. It's one of my favorite movies, and I believe it is a Universal movie. I mean, they did shoot it in the theme park. One of the reasons why I love that movie so much. There was times that the Fall Guy reminded me a lot of Big Fat Liar. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is so good. And I think Universal, they make so many fun movies like that. They really know how to celebrate film, how to celebrate Hollywood, and just poke a little fun at Hollywood here and there. And I think that's really great. So I love that. Universal has been putting out a ton of great films lately. I think no one's doing it like them right now. They're just doing a spectacular job, and I'm really excited, and I'm so glad that they've incorporated the Fall Guy into their theme park as well. I think that's so great. But yeah, let's go through the cast here, make sure. So many, everyone was so great. Hannah Waddingham, I haven't seen Ted Lasso because I don't have what's it called, Apple TV, but Hannah Waddingham, she was really funny. Like, she was funny in the movie. I really enjoyed her character. Everyone was just so great. Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Like, so Ryan Gosling's playing Aaron Taylor Johnson's stuntman, and Aaron Taylor, oh my god, he plays that role so well of like the typical like stuck up celebrity. It's just really funny, and I feel like there's when I say inspiration from like Matthew McConaughey, it's just more of like the way he talks, not how he is. I think Matthew McConaughey, I don't know him. I saw him at Disneyland one time, but he seems like a very down to earth guy. But it was just like he does this like accent in the movie. It totally reminded me of like McConaughey. So I don't know. I thought that, but yeah, and there's I don't know if I want to say. I'll say this. So the movie that Emily Blunt's character is making in The Fall Guy, I'm just going to say it reminds me of another movie that came out this year. That's all I'm going to say. And I thought that was truly funny. Like, I was like laughing, and I feel like everyone in the theater like collectively felt that, and we were all just kind of like laughing, like, you know, it's kind of poking fun at something. And I thought it was funny. I mean, I don't know if they were, but I think they kind of were. And it was truly funny. It was truly funny. Yeah, but honestly, guys, I love The Fall Guy. I think you should check it out in theaters. Absolutely. That's a movie you got to see in the theaters. You got to go check out. Who doesn't want to see Ryan Gosling on like the biggest screen you can? I don't know anyone who would say no to that, especially with all of this action and stunts. The action is just insane. It's so good. A lot of great music plays during the movie as well. It is just so phenomenal. It's such a fun movie, guys. There's everything in there. There's romance, there's comedy, there's action. And like I said, the big takeaway is to pay homage and to give more recognition to the stunt community and Hollywood. And I really hope they get it. Like, this is just totally ridiculous. That there is not, like, I just don't feel like they aren't as recognized as much. And I think it's so great that the movie, that, you know, David Leitch and Ryan Gosling and, you know, everyone involved were a part of this to, you know, shine a light on them. And I think that's great, and I hope they get it. But yeah, guys, definitely check out The Fall Guy. It's in theaters now. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about it. I feel like every time I come back from a movie theater, you know, watching the movie and I do my reviews, my brain is like, I can't, you know, get my thoughts straight. I'm just talking like 100 miles a minute, so I apologize. I'm trying my best here. But also I want to say, you know, normally when I see a movie, they show like a million trailers, and I'm like, oh, just to throw the trailers. I want to say all the trailers I watched today, I want to see every single one of those movies. So maybe we'll have to talk about that on this week's In the Universe. And speaking of that, guys, if you're new to the channel, I talk all, you know, movie, TV, show reviews, stuff like that, fandom. And I have my weekly show In the Universe that I do every week, where we talk about any entertainment stuff going on in the news, and I even talk theme parks too. And it's fun, I think. So if you'd like to be a part of, you know, my universe, I'd really love to have you here, guys. And for those of you who are subscribed, thank you guys so much for checking out another video with me and staying subscribed. Guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I hope you guys love checking out The Fall Guy. It's so amazing. I absolutely had a great time with it, everybody. Guys, take care, and thank you so much. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you, guys.